Hey everybody, welcome back. Day 6. We're almost done. Almost got all the information we're going to go over. Today, if you've printed out your sheet, you've learned that we're going to go over detoxing. That's a really important subject, especially as we move forward in healing the body, because that's what the body's going to be doing the whole time we're healing. So it's really important that everybody has a good understanding of what that should look like and what it shouldn't look like. Okay? So we talked in an earlier day about the different chimneys and how they can get overfilled. We kind of referred to them as buckets, and that's just the easiest way for me to think about it. So you have your buckets and they get full, and you have the lymphatic system that helps to push stuff around, and it gets really sludgy, and it starts to get backed up in certain areas, especially in areas where your buckets are really full. And so as you start to change your lifestyle, change your food, and change the different things that you're putting in and around your body, those buckets will start to slowly empty, and your lymphatic system will start to get going a little bit more and more. What a lot of people do at this point in time when they're thinking, I want to get healthy, I want to get better, there's a lot of things out there where you can do these really quick detox situations. So sometimes it'll be a weekend, sometimes it'll be a couple weeks, sometimes it's even like a month or so. And what they're doing typically is they're utilizing different herbs and putting them into your system, or maybe eating a very specific way, which encourages quicker detoxification. And I really strongly want to urge you to not do that, because what's going to happen is those buckets are going to empty fast, and the lymphatic system hasn't caught up yet, and they're not going to have a way to get out of your body safely. And so a lot of times what's going to happen with that is those toxins are just going to redistribute into different areas of your body. And a lot of times, because it doesn't have anywhere else to go, if it can be pushed through the epidermis, that's what's going to happen, is you're going to start having all of these things try to push through your skin. And what can't get out through your skin is going to manifest itself in different areas. And so you're just kind of looking at a bigger problem. You can, in effect, kind of put your system into a little bit of shock, and then you can just make yourself sicker. Sometimes you could cause more problems detoxing too fast. So I really want to encourage you to detox nice and slow, and do things that are very slow, gentle detoxification methods. And so that's what we're going to go over today. You'll see the list on your sheet that talks about the different safe ones. And so that's pretty much what I'm going to go over right now. Oil pulling is a really great thing that you can do every morning. It's very, very easy. It's pretty quick, and it's very gentle, and it is extremely effective, and it gives you whiter teeth. So that's pretty cool. So most people will typically do that with sesame oil. It's going to be the most effective. It's going to be the easiest to be able to tell when it changes. I like using that one, but I will say it has a very strong flavor. And so for some people who don't like holding liquids in their mouth, that could cause a little bit of maybe a gag reflex, because the flavor is really strong. But you'll figure out what works best for you. I encourage you just to go online, and I'll put some sort of reference on there today, but there's so many. There's lots of information out there on oil pulling. So I just encourage you to start doing it, because all it takes is having an oil in your bathroom by your sink where your toothbrushes are. And you get up, and the first thing you do is put that in your mouth and start swishing, and then start getting yourself ready. And when you're done, you can brush your teeth, and chances are you're probably dressed and ready to go by then anyway. I really like it because I have 4 kids. And so for 20 minutes every morning, I don't have to talk as soon as I've woken up. And for me, that's really good. I like to wake up slowly. And so if I can't talk, I can't yell, I can't get frustrated. And so I've just got that nice peaceful 20 minutes to myself. And to be really honest, I've never made it 20 minutes. You'll learn when you research it that once it goes into your mouth, it has a very thick, oily texture. And once it gets very thin and almost water-like in your mouth, and that means it's pulled as much of the toxins out as it can, and it's time to spit it out. I've never made it 20 minutes. So apparently I'm pretty toxic still, and I'm still working through that. All right, so we'll get more information on that. That's one really good, safe, effective way. And the reasoning behind that, which you'll read more about, is it pulls the toxins through your oral cavities. All right, so then there's Epsom salt baths. That's a really good one. My kids take those at least once a week, sometimes twice, depending on the week. Sometimes they just like to get in there and play. And it's not a bath where I wash them. It's just a bath where they soak and play. And then a lot of times when they stand up, we'll rinse off really well, and then I'll soap them off as I'm letting the water out, and I'll just rinse them with clean water. The reason for that is the Epsom salt, one, you're giving a nice dose of magnesium to the body, which most of us really need and aren't getting. And two, it encourages toxins to come out and eat out of your skin. And so if you've got those toxins resting in the water and on your skin, you don't want to not rinse that off. So it's important after you do an Epsom salt bath that you rinse nicely. So another really good thing is enemas. And so our country really doesn't talk about enemas. Our country really has kind of an issue talking about enemas. And I'm going to be honest, I did too. When I first started learning about all this, it was kind of a challenge for me to accept that that's something that I might do. But I encourage you to do your research. Every other country in the world does enemas. We're probably one of the only countries that doesn't do it on a regular basis. Doesn't do it if somebody's constipated. It's the quickest way to help start cleaning out your intestinal tract. I don't recommend you do them every day unless you're maybe a cancer patient, and that's a little bit different. There's like a whole regime that those individuals who choose to use that as a healing tool will utilize. But if you're just doing it to start healing your body in a nice slow process, I think once a week is really sufficient. Even if you can do it once a month, it's still really good to do it as often as you're willing to and comfortable with. There's lots of instructional videos online that aren't vulgar in any way, that are just, you know, people clothed trying to walk you through it and help you understand it. And so that's a really good place. Maybe I'll try to post a video that's not that I would even want, but anyway, I'll try to post something for everybody. But what I wanted to say with that is what's really great, because of the mucal lining in our intestinal tract, we can use things like cinnamon and on guard and clove and the hotter oils. We can use those in our enemas and we don't feel pain from them. There's no burning sensation inside. In fact, most of those hotter oils are really effective at killing parasites and candida. And so you can put essential oils in your enema, no problem. In fact, I absolutely recommend it. Another really good thing you can do is you can put probiotics in your enema, which is really good because then you're helping to refurbish that good microbiome faster. Nothing's gonna be killed off in your stomach, in the acid in your stomach. It's all gonna go to your intestinal tract. So that's a really good thing to put in there. Some people even put like homemade yogurt because there's a great amount of live enzymes in there. So there's a lot of different things you could do. Coffee enemas are highly detoxifying. The only thing you don't want to do is you want to be really careful to make sure you're using the right solution so that you don't cause dehydration in your body. So I'll post more information on that today. Lemon and grapefruit water are fantastic, and wild orange would be pretty good too. And what that's going to do is that's just going to help break down the toxins inside of your body. If you have essential oils, I encourage you to try putting one of our citruses, just one drop, on something styrofoam and just let it sit there, and you'll notice that the essential oil will eat a hole right through it. Because what the essential oils do is they go and they find these toxins, they find these petrochemicals, these man-made chemicals, and they literally break them down. And so when those toxins are resonating inside of our systems, and they're even in our cells, which the oils are lipophilic, so they metabolize through that wall, they go into those fat cells and they go into those cells in the body, and they find those toxins and they start breaking them down so that your body can let go and can get those out of your system. And that just really helps to get things moving and it just helps aids your body in working more efficiently. So another really good thing, I'm sorry, I'm looking at my list, is, of course, replacing the toxins in your home. So laundry detergent, cleaning solutions, hand washes, any sort of perfumey item that you have in your home that you utilize to make it smell better, just get a diffuser. Way healthier, might even smell better for you. I'm trying to think of other areas. There's so many: shampoos, conditioners, deodorant, toothpaste, so many different areas of toxins that you can change. Makeup is a really big one. Hair products is a really big one. We absorb so much through our scalps, and it goes right to our brain. And so it's really important that you're looking at all those different things, checking out those ingredients, and realizing what you have in your life and what you could replace with something else. Lotion is a really big one. So just start looking at that and seeing which direction you can move. Another really good thing is getting proper sleep. That's really important. Most people don't realize that our bodies actually heal when they're sleeping. So if you're getting a good amount of sleep, the amount of sleep that your body needs, it's going to be different for everybody. So I don't want to say 8 hours, because for some people maybe it's 7, for some people maybe it's 12. So it just kind of depends on your personality and your person. but you need sleep. That's when our bodies heal. And so that's why a lot of people put essential oils on their bodies before they go to sleep, or they'll put the diffuser on before they go to sleep, because then they're getting that constant dose of oils that's going to aid their body in that healing process. Like lavender is fantastic. Lavender helps your body to achieve a deeper REM cycle. And when your body achieves a deeper REM cycle, it's going to heal at a much more efficient rate. And so that's really important. Another good thing is exercise, of course. I could go on for many hours about this, but it really helps liver function. It really helps kidney function. It helps respiratory function. Those are all 3 areas that toxins escape our body. So if they're functioning better, we're detoxing better. And then, of course, it helps to release weight and helps your mood. It helps so many different things. Helps you sleep better, helps you have better memory. So I encourage you to incorporate some sort of movement in your day. There's lots of different things, so there's lots of ways to get that in there. Reducing stress. This is where my oils come in. If I didn't have my oils, that big nice sigh that I took that made me happy wouldn't be achievable. I really feel like using the oils, for me personally, is really what helps me to utilize that lowered stress level and to really start to achieve it. So I encourage you to investigate what that looks like for you. We have lots of classes on it, so just let us know. We'll help you get one in your area. Another really good thing is changing the air filters in your house. A lot of toxins get trapped in there and just slide right through. And if you have a really good filter, you can cut down on a lot of those, especially mold. There are 7 kinds of deadly mold, and the rest of it is just really annoying to our body. 24% of the population has a very difficult time getting toxic mold out of their system, and it causes a lot of autoimmune type issues and many other issues. And then 1% of the population can never get it out of their body, and that causes lots of problems too. So one of the main causes of mold is that your house isn't breathing enough. There's not enough airflow in it. You can't kill toxic mold. There's no element on earth that's been shown to kill it, but you can air your house out and help it to get out just by putting that airflow in there. So the more you're able to open your windows will be really very beneficial to helping keep those numbers down. The drier you can keep your home. More humid homes clearly are going to have a harder time with that. Being able to vent your bathroom really well, that sort of thing. Okay, so another really important one actually is healthy water. So if you're currently drinking the tap water from your city, you might want to consider trying to find some sort of filtration system. And if you're currently drinking well water, I would encourage you to have your well water checked just to make sure that it has no bacteria in it that would be harmful to your system. Most well water is checked regularly anyway, but if you haven't done it in a while, do it. Zindacrine would be a really fantastic gentle cleanse as long as you don't do it the way a lot of people do it on Pinterest and things like that. It's very harsh if you do it too much. It is very effective. It's not harsh. It's very effective at helping your body to push those toxins out. It's a lot like all those herbal detoxes. So for us, the way that we utilize Zindacrine is we will literally put a drop in our hands and rub it over one of our detox zones. Like I have a lot of liver stuff, so I'll rub Zindacrine right over my liver. And then for my daughter, she has some kidney things that she deals with, and so we'll rub Zindacrine right over her kidneys. And what that's going to do is it's simply going to support that system. It's not going to take over, pushing toxins out of it, and it's not going to be so aggressive that it causes skin breakouts or anything like that. It's just going to support that system and give it just a little extra edge so that it can function a little bit better that day and it'll pull its own toxins out that way. And then the other thing you want to possibly consider is if you know that you're battling candida and parasites, you want to work on doing a cleanse with those together, which I did already talk about, so I won't talk about that too much. And so you can utilize those, and again, less is more. If you're just starting the healing process, you need to do these things in small increments. So maybe all you'll do for the next month is oil pull and maybe some Epsom salt baths. And if you live near the ocean, go in it as much as possible because it's a fantastic detoxification system. Even if you just walk in it, be in that water as much as you can. 2 things are going to happen at the beach. Being on the beach barefoot actually grounds you. In fact, being at the beach not barefoot grounds you because of the pull of the tide. It actually balances your